Hey, what's up, guys? Check it out. Yeah, it still runs. We're gonna get this pile of crap right out of the weeds again, and then we're gonna start just peeling parts off of it, because somebody with an old tractor flap over here is too rusty to be used. So we're gonna jump back onto the rotten tomato here, and we're just gonna swap out the rear ends. It's gonna be super sketchy. It's gonna be super fun. I'm excited. Are you excited? You should be. Let's go. I wonder if this little unit's even gonna want to move. Oh yeah, right out of there. Oh. This seat is terrible. Look at this gangster leaning here, because it's all broken and shit. I'm over here like, well, where's my 8-mile tape? Alright. We'll tuck her up here to the barn. That way it gives us a little room. It's hot in here today. Look at that. That's really good. Just wake them up out of a deep December slumber. It's March. And just rev them up. Turbo whistle's cool though. All right, enough farting around. Let's get back to it. Now that we got these old goats adjusted around here, I know the audio sucks in this video. I'm sorry I got the little wind muffler on here. But these two cars are gonna stay in the garage. The weather's up and down right now. The Charger, the accelerator pump's just pissing gas out. It doesn't even want to run because it's leaking so much. This one, it works fine, but I'm also going to be doing subframe connectors on it here in the next couple days, and again, Ohio weather. So we got these pieces of shit backed up to each other here. You can see white trash land out back there. Oop, can't say that. I'll get banned on Facebook again. Any rate, so you're just going to see these awesome piles of shit all around here. So let's get jumping in here. I really want to, get this out, but see those cones? That's going to be a building here in just a couple months, so that's great. Any rate, this car still runs good. I figured that out. I was afraid to do a burnout. This car still doesn't run for some reason. Let's just... I have no idea how we're going to jack this piece of shit up. If you remember from previous videos, this is gonna be fun. It's fine, it's okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. Let's do some sketchy stuff here and see if we can find a place to get some jack stands under it. I'm not entirely sure we can. That spot still seems halfway solid. That's about the same height. Over here is even worse. This thing's got a street sign under it. I guess let's see what happens. Okay, well, I think that's gonna work. We're gonna spend as little time under the car as possible. You can see how sketchy it is down here, guys and girls. All right, so we're gonna let this one hang out, make sure it doesn't fall off the stands. Well, you're seeing this video, so that means I didn't die. That one is nowhere near ready to come out. This one was never really in. I mean, this lower control arm nut wasn't even tight. Basically, we're just gonna get these bolts out of here. These shocks are already out. I mean, look at that. It's barely in there. So I want this one ready to go into that one. Got the spring. Easy as that, guys. We got the rear end out of this car. And we're gonna go ahead and swap on those control arms because clearly they're in bad shape. So, all right, on to the next one. We're gonna jump over to this rusty rocket ship here. Ow! Really should have re-upped my tetanus shot. Let's see if we can get any of this crap loose in here. Okay, quad shock's loose. That's good. Let's see what we can do about these lower sway bar bolts. It really only goes in by the to the control arms. It shouldn't be bad, right? Ow, splinter. Okay, well, that one broke off. That's better than not coming apart at all. All right, well, I mean, at least the sway bar is going to come out. I can worry about bolting it to the other control arms later. This is okay. For some reason, I hooked the e-brake back up, even though I never use it. I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm having a real rough time. These are the only two bolts that have come loose so far. For the quad shock. I wasn't even going to attempt to get that guy out. I broke bolts, all 4 bolts off for the rear sway bar. That won't come out now. On the other side, these 2 bolts broke off, which is fine, whatever. At this point, I'm just going to have to scrap this car. My dreams of fixing it are gone after seeing all this shit under here. Like, it's not even connected under here anymore. Like, it's sketchy. So the back half and it's just a dumb idea. I can't even get these off of here. I've been double wrenching it, whatever you want to say, you know what to do, whatever you want to do. I'm bound and determined to get this fucking 8.8 out of here and into there. I'm about to get my grinder and just start cutting bolt heads off and just shoving stuff out. I have different bolts I can shove back in it. That might be my best option at this point. I'll check back in here shortly. Well, somehow I managed to get the lower control arm bolts loose. I got no idea how I'm gonna get these uppers loose. Give it a shot though. Yep, that ain't gonna work. Ow! Pinched my finger. Okay, well that ain't gonna fit. Okay, well that ain't working. In my head, this car has been apart before. But I don't remember that it sat in the weeds for most of the, like, 12 years after that. Because this just ain't working. Alright, well, back to the drawing board. Okay, we get where I'm going with this. I gotta go do family stuff. This sucks. I'm so close. I'm so close to having a freaking rear end out of here. And it's such a nice day out, but it's alright. So we're gonna come back tomorrow or tonight when we can't see anything because we're outside and we're stupid instead of doing this in the garage. And we're gonna get this bolt the rest of the way out of here. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. Before my old lady gets too much more upset with me though, I gotta go get in the shower. Alright, I'm done screwing around. We're just gonna go ahead and get this guy in here and then think about trying to weld these back together or something when we're done, because I don't care anymore. This thing's got some weird autopilot button over here, and I keep forgetting about that and hitting it. Anyways, I'm pretty sure we can get some sloppy ass weld on that to hold it back together, but we're about ready to come out now. We're gonna snip that brake line over there, cut to that control arm just like this, and then I'm gonna figure out what to do with the control arm that won't come out because it's stuck in the control arm for the sway bar that won't come out of the control arm for some reason. Oh, use your right words. What dinky ass bolts did I use on those? Look at this. What the fuck, 18-year-old Jeff? Look how little that is. Wobbles right around. Yeah, that works real well, you idiot. Well, that was a little shocking that these were in the way. Take these brand new conies out of here. We are contesting that stuck sway bar too, so that's really fun. That's fine. We got it. Oh, she could use some brake shoes. Okay, and just like that, no damage done, except to control arms. Oh boy, that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I don't even know how this car is still in not taco form. All right, so we finally got this turd out of here. These upper bushings are absolutely wrecked. Which, I mean, I think this came out of like an 88 GT. I don't know. I bought it off of Craigslist a million years ago. But I got a set of these coming from LMR. I'm going to go to like the hard compound polyurethane, because this car is going to be street driven still a lot. We'll end up doing brake lines to it. I need to get a rear diff cover because that thing is just trash. I don't know how it's holding fluid. I'm going to take this stupid thing off of here. And then I'm going to test out the age-old question. This car has quad shocks right now. I'm going to take these off. That car has quad shocks still. Oh. That car has quad shocks still. Let's see if this thing wheel hops. I vaguely remember it does without them. But fuck, how could I tell with these way too small fucking bolts in here? Dumbass kid, put it together. It was me. It needs some rear frame repair. I can't weld as it is. And I'll be damned if I could weld in the fucking wind. So I think for right now, we're just gonna get the diff in the car, because it'll come way out. It'll come back out way easier. Talking like fucking Porky the Pig. Beep, blah, beep, 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 folks. Fucking. Anyways, I think that's a better option right now. Just get this in the car, get them both rolling. Kind of taking up the old lady's premium parking spot here. So let's get that done, and then we'll figure out the next step. So we got these cheap control arms. I've used them before. They lasted several seasons for what this car is. I think it'll work fine. Marine grease, doesn't really matter what brand you get. Lucas just happened to be on sale on the old Cock Auto, so we're gonna grab a little bit of this guy here. We're gonna be nice and generous to our bushings here. Make sure you smear it all over your other fingers so that way you're greasy when you go to grab your fucking hammer. Slid right in, no problems. A little dabby doobie for this side here. Man, I didn't even grab a rag. That was dumb. Honestly, they will go in pretty easily. I'm gonna grab a rag real quick because I'm dumb. Before you ungrease yourself, go ahead and lube your sleeve. Just make it that much easier on yourself. I can show you guys in the next video how to do the upper diff bushings. I know it's not a lot of things that are talked about that are going on right now, but if you're ever trying to get a Fox body back on the road safely and put some power to it, these are things that you should be you know, taking care of here. So we're gonna go ahead and drive this guy in. And remember, it's all about the faces you make. That can't be right. We might have grabbed a sleeve for an upper, or I mean a lower. Shit. Do you see what I see? It's a Christmas song. Well, I'm not gonna cut this part out because it does happen. Stupidity, that is. So we'll just take and oh, on a side note, don't get cheap control arms, guys. I know this is project cheap as shit. Oh, good thing we're not using the quad shocks. There's a broken bolt in the frame. I know this is project cheapy McGee, but when it comes to stuff like this shit just don't fit good. Get some name brand shit. I'm honestly thinking about just ordering shit right now and just taking this junk back out. Alright, enough crying. Quick little update here. Had to use a bottle jack to push the pinion up, obviously not touching now, just enough to get that upper bolt in there. So we're getting this side wrapped up now. Obviously no spring yet. We're gonna get the uppers and lowers in first, then we'll wrestle the spring. So we're gonna come over to this side and we're gonna wrestle that bastard on there now under that shitty bushing that I should have replaced before doing this, but that's okay, we'll get that later. Now, when you're doing your springs on your Fox body, make sure this little pigtail's towards the driver's side on both springs. Spring rate stuff, I don't understand it. Just something I was told a long time ago. People smarter than me. Now we have the passenger side all jacked up. May not be enough. Let's try to get a little higher. There you go, just like that. It's installed 100% properly. At least we didn't have to use a ratchet strap this time. Proper thing to do is tighten everything down when it's full weight. Well, let's just see how this goat looks. Right meow. Yep, that is way too high. I was afraid of this. These are like some eBay springs, and it sits like a fucking truck. Granted, there's no engine. It's really not going to affect it back here. Looks good with those fucking white wheels though. I like that. It's so trashy. But it's in. Hate to do it, but I think I'm going to cut a coil out of those. It's just too much. I'll wait until the engine's in to see what it looks like. But I mean, shit. Even the white car sits lower, and it's got Team Z springs, drag springs in the back. God, that looks terrible. I was expecting much lower. It sits like a monster truck. I hate it. I made a post on Facebook and Instagram about it. A couple people responded. I was gonna start and just cut a half a coil off, and then my buddy Josh over at Sleepy EG, check that channel out, badass. It's J Swap Civic. It's fucking sweet. It's on nitrous. It's bad. He said I can't be a pussy my whole life and I should just cut a full coil off, and you know, nobody else has said anything different. So yeah, we're running out of daylight. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a full coil off of these bad boys. Oh, you gotta plug it in. Honestly, I cut them pretty much exactly the same too. All right, well, let's go back together and see how she sits now. Moment of truth, bitches. That's way better. Way better. Yep, I like that. Now once we get, you know, a little more weight in it and a little bit taller tire, obviously the front end we're not worried about, but look at that. It's not too low, it can still get down there. Shoo, buddy. All right, kids, let's tighten shit up. Oh shit, we ran. Got a little too excited. Well, I'm happy with it. It took me a lot longer than planned, but I mean, that's what happens when you're playing with rusty shit boxes. I think I'm gonna enjoy a nice cold Pepsi now. Not cold yet, just put it in the fridge. This thing just looks way better in the ass end. The front, I'm gonna wait to adjust until we put the engine in it from this guy. I don't want to show you the sketchy shit I'm about to do to get the sway bar out of there and get a rear end back in it with the control arms that I cut with a Sawzall. YouTube would probably take my video down for unsafe whatevers. I think in the next episode, it's gonna be time to start pulling the motor and shit out of this. I think I've decided at this point, I'm just gonna take the whole wiring harness. The wiring harness under the dash of that car is kind of fucked up. I don't know. If it's good enough to reuse, I'll just reuse it and do what I have to make it work, but I'm ready to get this thing back together. Spring's clearly already here. There's no snow, yard looks like shit. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. The barn is taking a lot longer than planned. For whatever reason, this process is taking me way longer than planned to do that barn. So, we're just gonna have to keep doing shitbox stuff in the shitbox driveway for now. But that's fine. We still got the little shop. Not much longer, I'm hoping. So we'll get this thing back together, and then in the next episode, I think it's time to start pulling hardware, kids. And we're just gonna sink it right in that puppy. And then I don't think the wiring will be too bad. I'll pull the motor out, pull the wiring, and then figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do from there, because who knows. I gotta find the title for both of these too. All right then. Thank you for sticking around. Get out of here, Dogwood. Thank you for sticking around and watching this whole shit show of a video. And I don't even know what's funny to say. Drink a Pepsi and make it catchy? No. Keep the rust out of your eye or you'll get a sty. Yes, wear safety glasses, dickheads. Or pit vipers, because they're fucking cool. All right, love you. Bye.